honouring the fatherland.
Horse bore soldiers few.
Aye. And
No one came.
did he have no?
He had some. Others agreed.
Stay out of my way.
Looking to make some coin too, eh?
The thinking customer will see right away I've got the best deal this side.
You've seen the new waitresses.
Be worth seeing.
And how? Buxom lasses from the lands already taken by Nilfgaard.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a witcher by the toe. If he's that hurts. Hey!
And whosoever contributes
His Majesty King Radovid is a stern ruler, but a just one.
A hired killer. I wonder if he pays taxes.
long as the Black Ones are chasing guerrillas round the Kedweni woods, Novigrad's safe.
Let's drink for its Neely
The
Knights.
word scum flows into Novigrad. Sorcerers and
Nothing about my own business.
here.
Like a miller's.
Got the courage to repeat that slander to my face?
Readily. You are a mutant, a freak, a useless relic of a bygone age that should be burned like a withered branch.
How many people's lives have you saved? From Bruxay, from Leshens?
That has no bearing.
Asked you a question. How many? There's something to think about, folks.
Preacher's fierce in the mouth, but holler at him and his tail slinks between his legs. Come on, people. This one. But your fairness in your eyes.
Yes?
eternal fire will guide us.
White one, take a gander.
The best stock. No need to... Very good.
Let me have a look. Bye.
The eternal fire will light our way.
Zoltan. Nice talking to you.
Beware, for you know neither the day nor the hour.
Sheath that razor.
Careful there, Greylocks.
Move it! Let's go!
Didn't see myself, but I suddenly grabbed it.
Tell us where you're
Quite work my man's got, eh? Not
Whoa.
half bad. Got him a bucket of
Oh,
Lifeless, move
hold
it!
on.
Nothing here for you.
Drinks enough for a whole opportunity to stand. It isn't easy, not at all. To find that sheep is.
Bring the Smiths, lads. Get pooped, one. But idea. Nice tip.
So, will you brew the bird
I'm talking about
Ever eaten
the
shrimp?
street.
fear the
Me,
poisoning
with
myself?
splinters. That's it, Roach.
When I grow up, I want to be a lad.
So, what's it to be? Gonna tell us where your coin is?
Come on.
Draw your weapon.
Go, go.
If it weren't for our fair helpers ruling the wilds, we'd have starved.
Build your boats in Pinewood?
Course not.
Boat business?
Not well at all.
Heard you're a good...
You want to play?
Always ready. rules say the card's mine.
Oi, 'tisn't.
Got coin?
I might. Wouldn't mind a look. Farewell.
Freak. People! Hello, a little late.
Greeting.
Wouldn't mind a look. Farewell.
Oh, you...
Wanted to ask you.
Aye, I play Gwent. And aye, we can play for the prize card in my collection.
You a mind reader?
The good gods did bless me with some precognition. I say some, because it's selective-like, only applies to mundane matters. Not a bird'll ever shit on me, but all my foresight's never helped me win at Gwent.
Let's lay him out.
So is the soothsayer's lot. A beautiful...
Know of any others?
You've but one opponent worth...
Whoa, whoa. This here's a toll crossing.
By what right?
By the right of a prick up your backside, wise ass. Pay up or stop fucking swimming.
I'll cross, but I'm not gonna pay you a broken copper.
Broken's what your jaw'll be once our clubs are done with it. Votmir, have it, the thrifty fucker.
Giddy up.
See, you're a man well travelled. So tell me, should I beat me wench once a week, or often?
You play Gwent?
They say Harry's dim, but that...
So let's play.
had he done last? It.
You ain't safe, let's...
Let me have a look at your stuff. How about you take a break from...
you look at me.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steel.
Huh? What do you want?
Hear about the notice. Got monster trouble?
Trouble? Good one. We're not having trouble. Some shaggy fuck knows what sitting in the woods attacking every plough and transport that dares take the high road. We need out of bolts, arrows, rations, all around. So the job's simple. Bring me the fucker's head, and I'll give you gold. As much as the notice says. I'm not gonna haggle. Quartermaster won't budge. But I can throw in a pass that'll get you across the Pontar. So, deal?
Sounds fair. See what I can do.
Group of village boys got together. Anyone all in God's long road, they jump in. And if you don't give willingly, merciful lambs, where's all that faith coming?
Footprints. A survivor? Either that or the monster's a humanoid. Odd and nod. Necrophages fed here. But all the wounds they inflicted are post-mortem. Looted bare. Either someone stole the cargo after the monster attack, or our monster collects military paraphernalia. Look like claw marks. But here, an arrow. Shaft's broken off right at the skin. Something's fishy here. I should follow these tracks. Might want to look around some.
One step more, and you'll gain a new hole in your head, Dwan. What do you seek here? Speak!
Need to talk to your commander. It's important.
I don't trust you.
Figured as much when I saw your bow aimed at me. Still have me in your sight. And I'm just not prone to doing stupid things. I can assure you of that.
I'll be assured when you hand me your weapons. Come on, your swords. Drop them, and I'll take you to Venosio.
Fine. Lead the way.
That gun. Strange. No monsters trouble us.
Might not trouble you, but the Redanians are convinced something prowls these woods. Hired me to kill it.
Well, they're mistaken. It's not the first time. There's no monster here. Your work is done.
This isn't a game. Men have died.
Soldiers have died. Radovid's soldiers, serving the man who torments the Enshe from the Great Sea to the Blue Mountains. Soldiers who joined in massacres, tortured our brothers, raped our sisters. I shan't cry for them. And will not stop attacking those transports. We must eat, same as you. So you've a choice. Leave now and forget what you've seen, or die.
That sense of moral superiority? Tiresome and wrong. You're common bandits.
Is that so? Then we shall treat you as common bandits would. Defender Vatgern!
Not good. Run, Roach. Come out. I'm not gonna hurt you. When did you last eat?
A week back. Half a charred squirrel and a handful of berries.
Here. Be sure to share it with the others.
Thank you. Here, for you. Gonna kill the monsters? All of them. Oh, hey! Oh, he's hungry. My dad had a sword once, too.
Roasted a dog. Must have been pretty darn hungry.
Gonna kill the monsters? All of them.
Go, go.
Pay the price for their help. Blood, their nightmares.
They
watch it, you clod.
All of them. Shenanigans.
You're back, finally. Did you get the beast?
No beast to speak of in the woods. Just elves from a Scoia'tael band that attacked the convoys. Here, they're squirrel tails.
Scoia'tael, you...
Yeah, definitely.
I see you would have a mind on this. You're a good man. Here. Hey, God, what's here?
I say we tell the Baron's boys he hides over in the forest. Toss us some grub then. Hair white as curd.
They watch it, you clod.
Something up there. That would hit the spot.
Time to water the horses.
There's dog's blood. Should all be flogged like...
Come on.
Oh, sweet boy, have mercy. Take pity on an old woman. Hunger's turned this one pale. Help an old feeble woman.
What's wrong?
T'other night blasphemers pox take and profane the shrine to Verna the Merciful. Shrine's gotta be repaired, else Verna will take umbrage. Her cows will croak, and kitties will be covered in...
Warts and mange? Sounds dangerous. Done.
The good gods have sent ye to me. Someone to
Look, already got a trade. I'm a witcher. Restoring
fighting evil. That's a witcher's calling. And vandals are worse than beasts.
Fine. I see any damaged shrines, I'll take care of them. Won't go out of my way.
Nothing's out of the way in thee. Hunger's turned this way pale.
Let's go!
No, I'm staying here.
Looking for a hunter named Neelan.
Found him. What do you want?
Hear about your notice. I'm a witcher. When do you last see your wife?
5 days passed, 'fore dawn. On my way out to hunt, she were asleep. I come back, found no sign of her.
Notice anything strange? Maybe her behavior?
No, she were her happy, smiling self. Nothing different than late. She's not run off, if that's what you're asking.
Maybe she went to the neighboring village, forgot to tell you.
No, my sister were never gone this long before.
Tried looking for her?
Asked round the village, none saw her go. She must have left when they were still sleeping. Told her time and again not to wander off on her own. She never listened.
I mustered some menfolk to scour the woods. Nothing.
I'll look in the woods. You might have missed something. Ask around, too. She have any friends?
Hannah keeps to herself mostly. Watches the blacksmith's young...
Thanks. I'll try to find... Greetings, you Glenna?
Aye. But gristle and marrow is all I'm willing to sell, and you'll have to wait till I'm done carving it.
You the butcher's wife?
Butcher? Please. Might have called him a butcher when we lived in the shade of Novigrad's walls. Now he deals in carrion, fallen animals.
Wanted to talk to you about Hannah. Hear you were friendly.
She come by at times?
She seems strange lately. Any idea where she might...
Strange. No? A cheerful soul always. If I'm to judge, it's the wolves got her. Been howling the nights through lately. Even the Baron's men are feared to come by. Hannah must have gone to the wood to gather mushrooms, maybe. Strayed too deep and the howlers got her.
Thanks. Fair.
Wow. My dad used to make swords like yours. Can I touch it?
It's sharp. Better not. Need to talk to your father.
I forged swords once. Now it's scythes and hoes. For good arms, you'll need to go to Novigrad.
Wanted to ask you...
Aunt Hannah? Do you know where she is?
No, that's why I'm here.
She said turnips are healthy and we ought to eat them. I saw her go to the forest.
With another lady?
The forest? She's done for.
Why?
A huge pack roams the area. None from the village dares go in the forest.
Did you get a good look at the other woman? Know who it was?
No. She walked in front of Aunt Hannah. I couldn't see.
Thanks. Farewell. Looks like rain.
Witcher?
What are you doing here? Shouldn't be in the forest alone.
I came to tell you. You needn't look for Hannah. She'd have returned long past were she alive. I'll pay you twice Nealon's pledge. Just tell the man his Hannah's dead.
Don't want to know what happened to her?
I've no illusions, Witcher. In Velen, you're gone as long as she's been. You don't come back. Hannah's dead for certain. Nealon ought to accept his loss. Move on with his life.
Strange. People usually prefer to know the fate of their loved ones, whatever the cost.
What good will it do? I'll not get my sister back. And Nealon's all I got left. I can't lose him too. And, well, he'll not rest till he avenges his Hannah, even if it eats up his life. The man deserves better.
Sorry, not in the habit of leaving jobs undone.
Folks speak true about you Witchers. You're heartless beasts.
No man did this. Cuts. Made with long claws. This is getting interesting. Claw marks. Deep. Must be a rotting corpse, torn to pieces littered around. Werewolf, no doubt about it. Gotta be careful. Blood and paw marks. Wonder where they lead. Shit, climbed the tree. I can't get up there. Maybe find something else on the ground. Tuft of fur. Whatever lost it hasn't bathed in a while. Man's clothes. Shredded, but no sign of blood. Who rips their own clothes off, leaves them in the woods? Looks like a hunter's quarters.
What now, you piece of filth?
Blood's just barely dried. He was dragged here. Wonder where from. think we need to talk.
It's Neelan!
Lycanthropy can afflict anyone, but it is a curse, so sorry, but I have to.
You don't understand! I love him! He was near to being mine till you came along! Go away! Leave us be!
Not till I find out what's going on here.
I love him. Always have. Even after I'd learned his secret.
You knew? Did you know I shut myself in here to wait out me change?
I knew, and I didn't mind. But you chose Hannah. I wanted her to see you. I wanted her to fear you. She'd not have stayed. And we could be together.
You brought her here. That night. 'Twas the reason I had the taste of blood in me mouth come morn.
I did it for us. She was to see you turn, not more. I didn't want her death. You've got to believe me.
I don't. And I'll kill you willingly. First time for that, in fact.
This is between the two of you. I refuse to meddle, but cross my path again, and I will kill you.
No! Mercy!
You had no mercy for your sister. I'll have none for you.
Told you I'd kill you.
I knows well what you said. Do it.
If you want death, find some reins and a tree with a strong limb.
Wouldn't work. Couldn't do it. Always been a coward. Do it. Please.
Notes. Wonder whose.
What do you
Nothing
seek,
hurts as
Hategiver?
much as life.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steam.
So, how'd it go with this healer? I was faffing a bit up minding my own business when suddenly up he pops and heals me.
Witcher? Witcher? Kareen, look who's come!
Live here together now? Didn't know.
Once you told me Sarah had been responsible for my nightmares, I decided to see if the devil's as scary as they paint him. Or her. I came in to find not a fiend, but our little Sarah. And I can't say why, but we took a liking to one another immediately.
Long ago, to isolate themselves from a world of beasts, humans began building cities. But since beasts prowl within stone walls as well as they do outside them, this did not allay human fears. The truth is, walls guarantee no one's safety. The place where you lock yourself in and lock all else out, that's not your home. Your home is sometimes a place you travel long and far to find.
Yes?
But you'll scare you.
Arms for the poor.
Keep that up and I'll crack your skull open.
You should not have come to the city. You'd be better off staying in the trees. Don't stare, or I'll flog some manners into you.
support the Temple Guard, and still they let in this rabble.
Could it be that all roads lead to the Passiflora? Welcome back. When I look at you, why, I almost regret I'm no longer on active duty.
Any girl in particular you'd recommend?
You'd like Narcissa? Perhaps not the prettiest, but she's by far the most inventive. And as my dearly departed mother would say, the fun's not in the face.
Actually, I'd just like... I'd love to meet the rising generation of Passiflora buds.
She's a nobody.
Greetings to the honourable gentleman. Welcome. Make yourself at home. What have you come for? We're prepared to fulfill your every whim.
Nice meeting you.
Hey there, handsome.
Radovid in Novigrad? That's just fine with me. More soldiers, more work.
Welcome, sir. We trust our charms and skills will prove to your liking. What is it you wish?
You're an elf.
Easily recognized. I'm proud of it. Never thought to conceal it in any way.
From what I know, elves in Novigrad aren't exactly treated in a civil manner.
That's putting it lightly. But this is not the place to discuss that. You've come seeking pleasure, not to hear complaints.
Take care of yourself. Might be back.
You agree with the grace? What style?
I'd say so.
Quite the smile. Like a raw wound.
My friend's chambermaid has gone missing. The Temple Guard
That
has
himself
refused
say that he can't keep his hands off himself.
Yes, yes, definitely, of course. You expect me to believe that?
I haven't the strength for anything.
I remember you.
I'm tired. Like to relax with a beautiful woman. Preferably an elf.
You've chosen well.
Mama, come and see them merchants. Itching gravity to go. Your boy. You mans! Here, Redania Camp Army! No cross, no boat steal!
Redanian army? Where are you hiding them?
In here! Me! No see mans? Join me, King Ravodid Army! Order got guard boatses.
Boats are in pretty bad shape.
Me guard boats, Red say. But no wood for to make a fence. Their boats, aye. So me fence make a boats. Boats guard boats.
Why'd you join the army? Someone recruit you?
Crude? No crude. Come good soldier mans. Say chargy man wants boats. Peasanters, they steals peasanters' boats. Puzzler trollololo? Dunno.
Think I do. Redanian seized some peasants' boats. Thought the peasants might try to take them back. What happened next?
Chargy man go. Soldier mans drink and sing. Lots sing. Listen, troll. Both. Come, peasanters, swing sharpie sticks. I help one army. Runner to runner. Holla, peasanters. Holla, soldier mans. Gentle. Move them apart. But all lie down. Soldier mans do. But order had me watch boats. And watch I. Trollololo soldier man now. Trollolo just sing too. You for sing you?
No thanks. Heard you earlier. But listen, where are the bodies? Don't see any.
Hungry go. Should no waste. Peasanters good food. Soldier man friends. Not so good big stew. Always good.
Guess I understand. Wartime rules?
Man's soldier man too?
No.
Trollololo. Makes man soldier man. Trollo. Chargy man. Say, bring paint. And man brings paint.
Paint? What are we talking about?
Paint! Paint! Red colory, white colory, city gods, no city go. Trollolo, what's boats?
Fine, I'll try to find some paint for you.
Good mans! Redani army, no service forget. Pretty, pretty wassy when man falls dead off horsey, then make a will paint here to be. Here not, orders me here paint to be. This?
must foresell these few.
Oh!
What can I do with you?
Let me see. So long.
Everyone to me! To me!
White one. Taking a
Everyone to me! To me!
Honor in the fatherland.
Your kind spreads disease, defeatism, and desertion.
And feed them magic. Private.
Just so.
Oh! 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 Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Hey.
Might be a.
Man's how no. I order. Man.
I guess I do. Depends what.
Birdo Connery. Redania Birdo.
Guess I can give it a shot.
Beautiful. Pretty Birdo.
Think so? As long as you're happy with it.
Man's good. Not like other mans take cues. Take barrels and Osborne. The infantry from Tricordon punching in. Swords to sky, never done.
Well, greetings, noble sir. Please, take a seat. Tell me, good sir, have you gathered the sum we spoke of?
Here, your coin. Put it to good use.
1,000 thanks. I shan't forget it. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron. Gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? 1 drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's odd, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with.
What happened to your head?
Red door. One the bootblack mentioned. Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Detlef, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
He here? Sense him?
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime. Somebody fixed this recently.
Puppets, rather disturbing.
No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently. Attic, let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around. Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. This his lover?
I don't rightly know.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though. Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of...
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Dettlaff's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
All of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in...
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Still got nothing, basically. Need to look around some more.
Let's get to work.
Nice little trinket. Dettlaff van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renoed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe.
There you have it. Proof positive Dettlaff killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Who's Renoed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came around to save me. Though he always...
Take it you have your doubts.
I know humans better than he does. Their capacity to be disloyal, dishonest. I also know she took her things. Not something one associates with the kidnapped, or those who disappear against their will. I'll save you the trouble of asking. No, I don't know why she left. I can, however, hazard a guess that Dettlaff grew angry one day, showed another, more monstrous side.
Dettlaff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Dettlaff is so much more emotional. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's...
Even if Renoed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills, for he cares...
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female.
Exactly.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Dettlaff's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Dettlaff's innocence, clearly.
Not how I'd put it. Doubt it's how the Duchess will see it either.
I trust you to convince her. And then...
What? Go on, don't be shy. See you've got it all figured out, including the grin I gotta wear.
It's a rather bold plan, but... were we to find Renawed, we would strip the blackmailers of their hold on Dettlaff.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Dettlaff? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen? Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Dettlaff and I both.
Scrawny, grey-haired ill-favoured.
There's never been a frown that couldn't be turned upside down.
Oop, yep. I'm going to...
Help Rebecca, and the beast will spare you.
House of Mantle.
What a day.
Shaylee, got shone in its eyes, your
Could I ever use that?
Wee witch runs through the town.
Move it!
Upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown. Hey! The witch slips through the streets while everyone sleeps.
Faster.
Giddy up.
Stocks and the whip await ghosts running riot. Our duchy values
I'm
peace
glad
and...
to...
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher. I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you returned with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Ha! Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone Witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
40, 50, 100, doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free, or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnapped the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes. The west bank of the Saint Retour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint Real, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint Real was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Wait, Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not Your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
Let's go.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire. Slow now. Whoa.
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace! We shall see to this!
Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us!
Shit.
Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Begone!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for...
So, how do you like it here?
A witch.
They were fortunate we happened by.
To tell the rich how to spend their coin.
Tell me more about this vineyard. Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Toussaint. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabricio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed?
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabricio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
The Sonreal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal.
the workers, assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally, and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have. Which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is the Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
Ooh. We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Saint-Réal. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
Herveloos. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Got Pomino over here. Saint-Réal. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full. Full.
Full?
Full. This one's full too. Full. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Saint-Réal? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Ready. We can start. Ready.
Step aside.
So?
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Saint-Réal. Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Saint-Réal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the Pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name?
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrin aristocrat at court.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool. Very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Cintrian Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal. Relax. Now we wait.
Ah, our favorite vintner. It's not him.
to go at him together! Together! Spells! Magic!
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Don't need to like each other. Just gotta do our jobs.
If that's how you wish to treat it. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Not at all surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
The Master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call him...
Wait. If he doesn't wish to speak, he needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Usually only take measures like that as a last resort, but in this case, think I can make an exception.
Do as you deem fit. He is all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Ought to be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out!
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's go to town.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Cintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Sintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville, in Mountebank Alley.
Vicious rat, the Sintrian. But we'll get him. I should double the patrols, just in case.
If only I had the coin for a
Life's like an infant. It must be born.
Those noises again. I couldn't sleep.
We're wine from Poo-Poo Prist. It's wondrous flavour.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oof, dreadful.
Life soils one's imagination.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
This is Beauclair, not some flea-bitten province. The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
Ah, welcome.
All jests aside, let me see what you got in your wardrobe.
I'm more than willing, sir.
Thanks.
Ever your servant, sir.
Got shone in its eyes, your glow, sent marking times like curtains it could flow.
Nice tune.
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be missed by your ticket.
Late. Now, why does that not surprise me?
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. My, Geralt. Not bad at all. And you've even a mask. Just not the kind required.
Huh?
They're a little different, the ones Mandragora members wear. I've brought you one. Put it on.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Mm-hmm. Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain. How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him.
Right. Right.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soirée. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belont.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Please do not disturb.
Go on, Geralt. Be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintball.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you and modern art?
To free a stone subtle
the artist must
soul
focus.
requires great precision.
Absinthe. The preferred hooch of artists.
Careful. It packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
This is definitely done. Let's go.
You're boards as you've made no effort to understand. It's a metaphor of the constant struggle for power and influence.
A metaphor. What else will they think of? If they can't agree, they ought to cut the line. A new constant struggle.
Please do not disturb. One false move and ruins the entire community.
I got it! It's the Soretor! It's not a landscape, you pleb. It's a manifestation of the land's soul.
Blue blood is all I see.
To free a stone subtle soul requires great precision.
Yellow. Why ever yellow?
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different array.
Please do not disturb. One false move could ruin us to the entire community.
Gods! Scarlet, crimson oxblood. I see lips, full sensually parted lips.
Voila! Fin. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism, the continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus... Come, let's look in the alcoves. Good to see you, Geralt.
Do take care, Witcher.
She ought to be in one of the alcoves.
Do
Greetings.
take care, Witcher.
Greetings.
It must be someone famous, I tell you. Such talent. Exception true. I would I ever love to meet him. It's a shame I didn't come.
Need I remind you that pretentious?
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's an outrage. Cecilia never. We wish to be alone. Please leave. We are busy.
Ah, how beautiful.
It's an outrage. Cecilia never should have performed.
The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Have you not heard the news?
Impressive.
Heard? Please leave. This is a private alcove. Leave us be.
Exception true. Would I ever have to meet him? It's a shame I didn't come home.
Need I remind you?
We must throw off the manacles of form. Venture beyond the bounds of cognition. Color is but a shadow of deliberations on the nature of existence. It is irrelevant to the work's ultimate meaning. True talent breaks like
Look, lanterns.
Fine.
They say
Let's give it a
releasing
try.
brings good luck. Never suspected you believed in such things.
I shall go. Or perhaps I won't.
Knows nothing of true. We are busy. It's an outrage. Cecilia never should have performed tonight. You should have.
It seems someone decided otherwise.
That someone knows nothing of true art. It shall be you next time. Trust me, I shall have a word with Oriana personally. We are busy. We wish to be alone. Please, leave. We are busy. It's an outrage. Cecilia never should have performed.
This pain is normal. It's very...
Pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but... pretentious. Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmeffant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and...
True talent hates like the great one.
The great one? But he's a dance.
That's to say, the other one.
Pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but... pretentious. So much time I spent polishing that one-man play. And Countess de Safel was there. That's the worst. Now she will never look me in the eye. Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmeffant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and copulation. Pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of
Bloody colorful, that's what.
Do not disturb! Shoo, shoo!
Mm-hmm. It's the right flower.
Of course it is! A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still! You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian Noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centrian Noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
He's a dance.
That's to say, the other one. Brother.
It must be someone famous, I tell you. Such talent. Exceptional.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched.
Empty, heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held the flask.
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look.
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of my life. Treacly refuse.
Color is deliberations on the nature of existence.
Ignoramus.
It is irrelevant to the work's ultimate meaning. It must be someone famous, I tell you. Such talent. Exception true. Would I ever love to meet him? It's a shame he didn't come.
Need I remind you that's needed to keep off?
But what if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely come.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come. We must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered. A black beard peeping out from...
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you. Understood.
Quickly, upstairs. That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana. At once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Bloody handprint. Must be pretty strong, too. It's his. Must have climbed this ladder. Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard and sank to the floor. Bloodstains. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it? Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like. Hunting knife, richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Locked. No key in sight. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
Claimed the man was
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my...
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you...
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Jewel seems important.
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind.
Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The Heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
The drawing. It's on the...
You were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Sonreal and...
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It... My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her.
What did your sister do to...
Siana was... cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth.
I recall, we were children, and Cedric's brother was... Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries?
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine. No matter what she did,
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Seem surprised. Why?
I never would have suspected Regis to find common ground with a Witcher.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might the monster wish to apologize to a Witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trait for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith. An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a Witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore. That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Oriana. She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you. But I shall tell you all about her some...
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told it.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she...
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract two women from...
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all...
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got away with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That...
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detloff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to two exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more. I thank you. Have...
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Dun...
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix's mill. It stands along the Saône Retour River. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight.